Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? I'm Conor, and of course, I'm here with the man of the Great White North, Rangru. Rangru, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing
You're doing?
satisfactory.
Oh, satisfactory. Okay.
Dissatisfactory.
Oh, dissatisfactory.
No, satisfactory. I'm hanging about along these airfield hangars.
Oh, I thought you were thinking. I was like, dude, there's no factory complex on this map.
I
don't know
know.
what you're talking about.
I was trying to go with a factory pun, and I saw, oh shit, there's no factory. So we went with a hangar pun.
So your humor didn't quite take off.
Exactly.
But all right. In any case, of course, this is Carpiquet. Who's
This
playing
is
it
an
out?
intro. Okay, blue side left. Player, plane, guards, armored. Right side, right. That's the 9th Panzer Division.
And who's playing the 9th Panzer Division?
Herr Robert.
So Herr Robert. So
Roberto.
I'm pretty sure we're probably missing a couple of units yet over here on Herr Robert's side. Otherwise, he's going for like the cheese raffle opening.
Yeah, I think he's just like, I like his airfield. It's nice, it's big, it's cozy. Let's just take the airfield town. We're just player can play in, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just super excited because we finally have basically two cavalry divisions going up against each other on this open freaking death plane.
I really like seeing 9th Panzer being played. I understand why people don't play him, because there's another division called 2nd Panzer, which is better, but 9th Panzer is so much fun. I love seeing those little Lukes about and do Lukesy things.
I would tend to agree with you, sir. Now, the one thing I always kind of despair about is that anybody who takes the southern runway takes the entire southern half of the map.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal about this map. It's such good unit to ground controlled ratio.
Yes.
I think that's the way to put it. Like, if you control it runway, yeah, you get loads of points compared to flying over the town rail. You're spending so many points just to get like a building.
But that's exactly why we see a mortar down south, as well as a Luke's and some scouting material to kind of spot for that mortar. And really over on the other side, that's why we only see a couple of stewards going out.
Yeah,
wait.
that mod.
Sorry, go ahead.
That mod is going to be really good down south. His guard doesn't have any 1.2 kilometer AT in any phase, so that mod is pretty much untouchable.
I was taking a look at that steward. I thought the way that things are deployed, I didn't see that southern little branch between those two units. That one squad of infantry, that one tank, and I thought to myself, wait, he's completely neglecting the south. That's a very brave move, Cotton.
But yeah, he only has one Shuri and one like rifle squad going down south, so he's definitely gonna lose that 7th side unless his Shuri can pull a miracle out of its Shuri behind.
Well, we'll let things stew for the meantime down there. In the north, we do have a couple of stewards as well as a Humber Mark III. But Recce troops against a Panzer II Lukes and some Shreks. I'm pretty sure I know how that one's going to end.
Yeah.
And it ain't going to be pretty.
I'm going to get that first shot off, kind of backing off as the Shuri comes round. That is smart. And mainly Panzer Grenadiers being deployed in town, which is rather interesting. I thought we would see maybe like a Stern Pioneer or two from Herr Robert. But it's all PT Grens. It's all PT Grens.
Shrek gets his first shot. There goes the Humber.
Nice.
And he retreats back right behind that little forest.
Yeah, good micro air.
Indeed. And already the 9th Panzer bringing on in another wave of infantry to kind of support to the north. I think, yep, they're all going to that town. Now, you're surprised it's not Pioneers, you're surprised it's P-Guns? I don't know. I think we sort of touched on this on Tuesday. In my mind, Storm Pioneers are an inherently aggressive unit. You want them to clear out those hard points. You want to be using those HE charges to be more aggressive. Wouldn't a P-Gun be better kind of aerial denial with a machine gun?
Yeah, it seems exactly what Herr Robert's doing. He's just holding on to the town instead of trying to push through, which makes sense because he is trying to push down south, but he's definitely getting a lot of very good kills, so he could probably exploit, like, pushing the northern side of the town and capturing it. He just doesn't have anything yet to really push through if he's just using his little Lux.
As well, he should.
As well, he should. Like, I really love seeing that Lux.
But his Lux might be running out here.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's still good. Now, interestingly, down to the south, the only thing that's holding up that German push is that Stuart.
Yeah.
I'm sure you see the burning carcass of the rifle squad that meant to be joining them down there.
Yep, they will not be joining them anytime soon.
I'll wait till next season to see what happens to them. But to the north, actually, the Germans are getting outflanked.
Oh boy, if that's true, he pops around and snipes at luck, that'd be a great kill from player.
Well, he's getting shot at right now. He's not going to get a shot off before he gets hit again. You gotta move, my friend. Nope, crew killed.
Nope. And this could be exactly what player needs to take this town, and that'll be a pretty big deal, because once you get the town, it's pretty easy to hold it.
Yes, it is.
And we've got all these half-tracks just lying about, and they're putting lovely machine gun fire on the PT grounds. How Robert really get his looks up and starts, slapping some half-tracks about.
Well, that's one half-track, but one half-track does not a victory make, necessarily. Second one, he sees the second one to the north. Question is, will the Stewart get redeployed to take it out? Probably. Oh, wow, he barely touched him. And life goes on, it seems. P-Grunts, like you said, those guys are under a healthy amount of firepower, but with the Panzer Grenadier Führer behind them, basically with a pistol at their back, they're not going to go anywhere fast.
Yep. It seems like Herr Robert's really setting up a second defensive line, essentially, in this town, as he's starting to lose a lot of pressure, a bit of territory. And player, he's just getting Stuarts galore, which is a perfect unit for this town fight for sure.
By the way, the Martyr has successfully redeployed to the south and taken out that Stuart. There is nothing there for over 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah, you're really getting some quick reinforcements here from players. He realizes, oh crap, I have literally nothing south of the northern hangars.
That's the 30th parallel.
Yeah, pretty much like the 30th parallel. I need something down there fast. He's getting an AT gun, he's getting a Recce squad, but this is really going to be Herr Robert's time to shine down south and try to nick some territory. Too bad doesn't have any mobile units or half-track infantry to try to rush down south and get a lot of territory, but still, Airfield is rather nice under his control.
Can we just say, by the way, how much I'm looking forward to actually having my own motor pool for decks come SD2? Yeah,
that's going to be awesome.
Finally, at long last, the Germans won't be stuck with freaking horse-drawn carriages.
That's a discount option card for you, infantry transports. They only cost 1 point. God, if they actually implement bicycles in the Steel Division, I wouldn't find that silly. It would be silly, but it makes sense.
But they had them. These guys go 25 or 30 kilometers in a couple hours. That was a solid way to transport.
It's a pretty decent rate to transport. There's a reason why militaries are doing it. Yeah, of course they didn't drive them right into the battlefield, of course. No. It was mainly just to get around. But it'd be, just get a German dude with an MP40, just do some drive-bys and your real bicycle.
A tandem bicycle, one guy in the back with an MP40.
Yeah, it'd be like a motorbike recon unit, but a really cheap 5-point run.
Exactly, and it goes about 1/10 as fast.
Yeah, that'd be a good unit to mod in.
So we do see, I think one of the Stuarts probably went down to the north? No, that was a half-track. Okay. But the territory has been completely reversed here. The scouts to the south, the 6-pounder is kind of moving ever so slowly to the south. He's going to start engaging, I think, that Lux. The Lux hits him just in time and will back away. Except he's going to go right into the Martyr. That seems silly. But what do I know?
Oh, the Martyr is slightly out of range, I believe. I can't.
No, the Martyr is very much in range.
Oh god, he is. That's not good. That is not good for the Martyr at all.
But he is wearing the armor of contempt right now, and he is just blowing apart that 6-pounder, pinned down.
Woof! That was a pretty close one there. You really cannot afford to be losing that Martyr down south. That whole southern push really hinges on it.
Well, and that, yeah, that was a dead MMG carrier, and here's a Stuart again. Another Stuart. And I'm not saying it should happen, but it makes me wonder every now and again if you could pick up veterancy from combat experience. It'd be very difficult to mod, I imagine, into the game.
Yeah, I think that's something that's definitely hard-coded.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty happy it's not in-game, to be honest, personally. Because it's like company. I always like bashing company of heroes. I don't like it.
But Company of Heroes doesn't have that though.
Yeah, it does.
It
When
doesn't.
you kill stuff, but like when you get like a unit like especially high veterancy of company of heroes, it becomes like some like goddamn raid Terminator you just cannot kill.
You don't play Company of Heroes that much, do you?
Yeah, I remember like Ober Commander Arrest, right?
Yeah.
They can get like infantry up to like 5-star veterancy, correct? Compared to like the regular 3-star veterancy.
You have to pay for that though, and the bonuses that you get are not that good. It's like delicate bonuses here and there.
Fair enough. Okay.
In the meantime, though, Half Track does die in the center part of the field, so watch this territory just flop the other direction. And the Panzer II Luke's... Okay, he's still going after the Stuart. Is he going to try... Oh no, I thought he was going to try to take out the spawn point. And I was going to be like, that is a very brave move. But let's just have a moment to just appreciate how ridiculous this front line is. The Germans are pretty much to spawn, and yet they're still losing points.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's because of the airfield, and there's pretty much just one half track holding like a good 10% of the map.
Oh yeah.
It's just that one bloody half track. He just... I mean, the Patagon, they probably just run up and blow it up, but he's a little bit stressed out. Yeah, his town fight is not going to go for Robert in the slightest.
No, it is not. I am interested to see if this Martyr can successfully engage the Stuart or not, but that has not needed to happen, so forget it. And actually, the P2 Luke's in the south. That Luke's has an absolutely baller position.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are not getting in there unless he wants you to see him.
You know, I have a feeling the infantry being brought up are motorized rifles, and they do have a Piat. Probably gonna miss, but you never know. I might get lucky. Might roll D20.
As long as we recognize that Luke's has that autocannon, the autocannon might be just powerful enough to deal with that.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to see this P-Grand move deploy south into the west, though, back in there to help out that little fortress Forosta right there. Meanwhile, to the north, the meat grinder continues. And again, almost amusingly, this is probably a dark humor here, but there are more guys literally in the town than I think that are worth on the entire southern half of the map.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like up north, right? It's like the Eastern Front, where everyone's all looking down over there, and then down south is like North Africa campaign.
Yes.
No, it's like there's a few things here and there. You know, it's quite pivotal to what's going on, but it's just not really that much here compared to what's going on the Eastern Front or Northern Front, unless you were to turn the camera around left.
True, but I'm not really feeling that kind of breeze this kind of night, you know?
Yeah. Not that easterly breeze, so we'll keep it north and south.
Exactly, exactly.
We like to keep it North Korea, South Korea, not East Germany, West Germany.
That is also very true, too. Stuart goes down to the north, and despite the fact that we are now into Phase B, and some of the Panzers over here are slowly buying it, Herr Robert has somehow managed to get a vehicle equality at minimum. Which is just weird to say. Like, Guards Armored, this is when you just drown people in vehicles.
Yeah, he has been losing a few Stuarts throughout this match. You know, now's really the time to you just buy Shermans. You buy lots of Shermans and Fireflies, and players already get a Sherman up north for that exact purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, her Robert, same time, he got Panzer IVs now. He's got more infantry. It's really gonna. I'm really quite confused who can win this match. I really think it's anyone's ball game, as it's just completely nuts what's going on.
It certainly is. I keep waiting for this infantry fight to kick off down to the south, and yep, the motorized rifles go down without even taking putting a single casualty on that P-Grand squad. That is bad news, bears.
Bad news, indeed, indeed. I'm thinking it'd be really good for her Robert if he was to flank his town along the airfield and then go up north and try to cut off supply lines somewhere. That'd be a pretty decent move, but
it's a big ask though, between motorized rifles for the AT, as well as that Stuart that's right there.
Yeah, and he's trying to just hold the front line still because his front line is getting pushed in pretty hard, and it's really down to that Mortar Half-Track and Marder just keeping the tanks and infantry at bay. We're getting this nice little push here from player for like the middle part, and he could maybe flank and kill the water half track unless the water has something to say about it.
Well, we do have a Stroke coming in as well.
Oh.
He's not quite hot-footing it as quickly as he should, and that Stewart's gonna get freaked out awful fast.
Praise from this guy.
This will be... Wow. That half-track died, so the infantry made it out okay, but the half-track still died, and there goes the Stewart.
Kills. Now that motorized rifle, you're in a perfect spot to maybe just run around and try to get into a good build along the road to snipe something. Heck, they may not even have to move. The half-tracks are coming straight for him. That'd be a good kill. If you kill Stag, that'd be better, but... Oh no, they're taking a side road. That's not going to be the case.
Well, the Stroke knows that he's there now, too, so that was not a mistake necessarily, but could have been better.
Yeah, probably sort of held fire on the motorized rifles, yeah, but...
Worth noting, down to the south, peak runs did go down, but now we have a P-Shrek in here right along with this against the Stewart. This is shooter wounded.
Oh, yeah, you don't mess around with an autocannon at close range.
No, that's 300 meters. That's got potential here.
Yep.
Weapons jammed. That also has potential.
That's unlucky for the body for the Panzer II Lukes. I can't think of what the name of the tank is called. And yeah.
And that is the end of the mad German rush to the wire. P2 is going to try to tunnel on back to his own lines, but between the 6-pounder and the Humber and things like that, as well as the Sherman. No, not the Sherman. Forget that.
Firefly.
The Firefly.
Yeah, this is where I play against all the goddamn tanks. It's the second Sherman, second Firefly. Drew it down south. It's really enough to reverse this southern push here from Herr Robert. Herr Robert does have a pretty nice lead. He does have a nice plus run, so he's not in a terrible position if he does lose his southern position.
Just so. And he is slowly pushing back in the town, too.
Oh, wow.
He's not on the west side. He's on the east side right now, so as long as he's not in, like, south central, I think he's in pretty good shape.
You never want to be in south central.
No,
I don't even know.
Like, no city ever is as good as south central.
No, that just sounds like a bad place. I don't even really know a south central personally, but it doesn't sound like I'd want to be in a south central. No offense to anyone who lives in a south central.
Or whose name is South Central. I'm sure you're a wonderful person.
Yeah.
But we are going to have an AT plane come on in and just rocket one of those light vehicles into oblivion. And with that happening, well, the Germans continue to trade very efficiently, I would say, overall.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good, and that's really important for 9th Panzer, as even though 9th has good income, they don't really have the tank spam potential as Guards Armored, and in an attritional warfare game, which it seems like this is going to come down to, you're really going to have to get some really effective trades against enemy tanks with your 9th Panzer division.
That is so. Now, we did just lose that martyr down to the south, which puts the Germans in a rather precarious position.
Yep.
As that means it'll be a +1 over here for our allies. And what are we getting instead? A couple bits of infantry. Where's the tanks?
I'm betting Robert's risen at his pioneers with Pan Grenadiers down south. Oh, he's got a Humber right, yeah, but he can't kill it. I mean, maybe he could kill it with a central charge or good lighter balloon bung, but that's probably not going to happen. That's an accurate pronunciation of German stick grenade, bundle grenade.
Can you just call it? You know what? I'll even give you a pass. Just call it a Stillhandgranate.
Sure, but it's not okay.
It's 6 of them.
What about how do you say large in German?
Gross.
A gross Stillhandgranate.
Some cases that's what it was called.
Oh, okay. There we go. I like it. I'll use that from now on.
But in that particular case, it was just a bigger charge. This one, the Gebota Ledung, kind of means bundled.
It's multiple.
Yeah, bundled. Yeah. But bundled explosive? Bundled
grenade, yeah.
Yeah. But I meant that the literal translation, I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Oh. You don't use it as much as you used to, you start to lose it. It's kind of horrifying.
German military words are really fun. And that's just because of all the World War II video games I played.
Panzerkampfwagen.
Achtung, the Panzer!
It's so man.
It's so fun. It's like or you're playing with Orchestra 2, any Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, campaigns. It's hearing, you know, angry German soldiers just shout at each other and shout at you as they're shooting you with machine guns. It never gets old. Never gets old. Wolfensteins.
Unless, of course, you're playing on the veteran level, at which point it sucks.
Yeah. I just keep replaying the same one over and over and over.
Those super soldiers, man. Oh, man. On veteran, they are tough as nails.
Right,
not fun at all.
Same with place defenses in the town, as they're doing a pretty good job of holding still. I mean, Herr Robert has a nice foothold, does lose a martyr up north, pretty big kill. But, I don't know, Robert, he doesn't have the specialist CQC infantry compared to, I mean, player doesn't have the specialist CQC infantry compared to Robert. But he has a lot of them, just in general, a lot of rifles, motorized rifles.
I'm not suggesting that people should do that, but can you ever see a situation when you'd run your Pioneers back to get more satchel charges, or bring supplies up to get more satchel charges?
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good idea. I never do that because I'm lazy with my micro and, you know, my infantry and it's all disposable. But that's usually a pretty good call because those satchel charges are really useful to just have. You lose a lot of firepower not having them with the Pioneers, and you only get 2 shots with them, so might as well.
Worth noting that the Panzerschreck down below does successfully engage and takes out a recon vehicle, and with that Flak 88 kind of limping into the same area, I think the Stuart imagines there's probably something there, and he buggers off.
Yeah, and it's quite amazing that he's managing to hold on to his hangars for really not much. He's got like a Panzerschreck and like a Pioneer squad and a lone Pioneer who's probably cowering for his life in that little tree line.
Well, given the name Herzog and the Herzogs that I know, that's probably true. Very true. Meanwhile, that rather pitted excuse for a hangar kind of shows you the last stand of the brave Panzergrenadier Führer. And the last stand now for this Pioneer begins imminently.
Does he have a satchel grenade?
Nope,
I mean,
he's out.
Nope.
He has regular grenades, he doesn't have satchels, though. Pack 40 will engage the Stuart. Probably get one more shot off before it's too late. Okay, well, gets that one shot off, but doesn't do anything with it.
Completely rough shit.
And we're to phase C now, so first of all, we have a Sherman OP coming on in. Good call there, I'd say, to break the deadlock to the north.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he's got the infantry as well to come in close support, so player is definitely getting his game in order.
Yeah, he's got this nice slow plus run point advantage. At this point, Robert, he can get Yank Panzers as well as like 2 Tigers, which are probably going to be pretty important in trying to trade efficiently with players this armored blob. Because at this point, I mean, look on the map. We got 1, 2 Shermans up north, Firefly up north, and then down south we got Stuart and a support comrade. So it's quite a lot of tanks on player's side.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the storm of machine gun fire going after that poor Pioneer squad in the hangar.
But long story short,
yeah, no, there's
a lot of tanks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of tanks. I was being more somewhat flippant here. They have a P4 kind of moving in rather prospectively, but the yep, there's that one surrender.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit risky.
Oh, he's an optimistic man.
Panzer IV.
He's an optimistic man.
Yeah, is it a J? It's a Panzer IV J. That's really goddamn risky. Might as well be using a Stag.
Probably that's the Stug. They have one Stug to the north, and there's another one in kind of that central area as well. So these guys are kind of sitting in hold down positions to try to keep that Sherman contained, which I think is a great call by comparison. Yeah,
I really like it. I really like the position of those Stugs. That veterancy really makes quite a big difference in the actual effectiveness. So a little bit overpriced, but like yeah, for defense they're good. Same time, you know, Robert needs to be offensive up north now because he is He's about to lose his lead.
Ooh, okay, Stewart's dead, courtesy of the Panzer IV-J. And
Nice.
there's a Tiga on the field.
Ooh. Oh, we got Fat Cat coming in down south. Yeah.
That's okay, because we have a Greek hero coming in over here on the Allies side, though, too.
Oh, you never really see Achilles being brought out for Guards Armoured, I find, personally.
Well, he's a little weak in the heel, you know.
Yeah. It still has a big bloody gun, and, you know, big bloody guns are pretty useful, I think.
I would tend to agree.
Lovely. I'm glad we could agree on that.
Smashing. The Sherman almost out of the heavy 50 out of the north. I'm just taking a look at a couple of random units here and there. And yeah, Pioneers, we have some Pioneers who have not yet thrown their satchel charges, which to me, if you lose a Pioneer squad and they still have satchel charges, what were you doing?
Not getting close enough.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta be aggressive. Boldness wins. Like something. First one out. Well, that's a big boom between the mortar and that.
That's a dead rifle squad for sure. Almost a dead rifle squad.
Hey, as long as you just reduce that firepower by quite a bit, there's no need to have Rambo going back and forth.
We've got the Tiger just camping out in the airfield. Definitely a risky spot to put it, because at this stage, there's probably quite a few. Yeah, we've got like another Achilles being brought out. And there's like 3 rays this Tiger is probably going to get shot at, and neither of them are pleasant for the Tiger.
Worth noting, we do have a 170 off-map coming in over here for the Germans, which is kind of uncommon. The tank itself is a solid weapons platform, and adding in that extra, 30 points is a nice way to get some, maybe, support. I don't want to say confirmed support, because there's not a whole lot to really support.
It's got a cannon, yeah, for like... I really like the Panzer IV map. It's... You're paying...
It's another 40, right?
Like 40, 50 points, yeah, to get the artillery, but that's really quite a good deal when you think about it, because with that artillery, all you have to do is kill like one AT gun, and you've already paid off, quotation mark, your artillery charges with the Panzer IV in...
True.
You know, trade-off thing. And it's 2-star bloody veterancy. Because the Germans, you know, when they get a fire support, you know, not a bloody artillery observer tank, they don't remove the main gun. No, they keep it in there, because it's still going to be being part of the artillery strike as well.
Well, the nice thing, too, is that, honestly, I felt that the German off-map calibers tends to be a little bit more hefty. Ooh, it's interesting. Peak run right in the area. Oh, he's pinned down. Okay, I was going to say, that would have been a Faust immediately. But track and wheels destroyed by that P4. One shot, one disable, and that's a kill.
Yeah. I was going to say, so northern side has been a bloody meat grinder.
Yes. Yes.
Just absolutely brutal. And I think in this point, Robert must be starting to run out of infantry. As of 9th Panzer, you don't have a huge amount of infantry to... Especially in a meat grinder fight like this.
That would seem to be fairly accurate. I'm interested to see. Okay, MB-109 making gun runs at that Sherman again. Doing more damage to the actual surroundings than anything else. Tiger continues just to kind of sit. And were I Herr Robert, I need to start extending my spot troops over here to the west. They have a good stealth in the first place, you might as well do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't think a Tiger's going to do anything, because like if it moves up and there's Achilles north and Achilles south, it's just going to get pounded from both sides. Really,
that's what he's into. I mean, he saw the Eiffel Tower after all, at one point.
Yes. I think honestly it sounds kind of silly, but it's probably better just bringing that Tiger into town, like northern side. I mean, it's really risky, more risky, but.
But guards don't have the same kind of AT on their infantry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a town fight, it's counterintuitive, but the guards don't really care too much about Piats on their infantry, so yeah, go for it, why not?
Yeah, and at this point, players starting to run out. I mean, there's many rifles in the town now. He's got like another motorized rifle being brought in, but good off-map artillery with Panzer IV.
Weapons jammed. Wow, that guy's got a charmed life. He's fired 5 rounds, killed 3 targets, and he's jammed another one.
Yeah, he's bloody on point. Absolute sharpshooter.
the guards, despite what you might think... Oh, wait. Okay. You see the Firefly to the west of that jammed Sherman?
Yeah.
There's a sod!
Oh. Best unit in game. Best unit in game.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, honestly, the Firefly doesn't even need to be here to Sod share. The Sod has everything covered.
Yeah, Sod said sod off, and the Firefly's like, nah.
Yeah, but you know, Sod is gonna be nice, and let the Firefly, you know, get its fame. Give it a bit of veterancy to boot.
Well, the Sod is faster on speed and, you know, off on roads and otherwise. It's got better optics.
Yeah.
And its stealth is better too. So you know what? I think we've just confirmed that the Sod is a better unit.
Exactly. Exactly.
It doesn't need suspensors. That's what the Shermans are for.
You mean stabilizers?
Isn't that kind of one and the same? Stabilizers and suspensors? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But you know what? Exactly, stabilizers.
I'm glad we commenced stabilizers.
Well, I figured one of us had to.
Yeah. It is tradition.
And Herr Robert, he's actually prepping himself for a push all across this line. This is going to be very, very gutsy.
Yep, he really needs to... It's now or never. There's only 10 minutes left in the match. It really come down to a push right about now. This is going to be, you know, the German Kursk. They're getting all the tanks ready to go. And they just have to charge the Allied lines.
Well, they're sniping their opposite numbers here. That off-map Sherman went down without firing off his other two artillery strikes. So that's a fair bit of utility right there.
Yeah.
This Sod and this Firefly, can you see those? You can. Ooh.
The Spar Troop just getting some nice optics.
This is what I think. At this point, I would airstrike that first, but that hey.
Mortar's doing more than enough.
Yeah. Airstruck? What's the past tense?
Airstricken.
I would have airstricken them.
Probably not. I think it's... I don't know, in all seriousness, it's probably...
Airstriked?
I think it's just airstrike, like you just say, I got hit by an airstrike earlier today. Which didn't actually happen, don't worry, I'm perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, there are birds everywhere, I imagine even in Canada.
Oh yeah, that's technically an airstrike, you're right. Just a different type of bomb, it's more biological warfare.
I was going to make that comment right after you were done, exactly. Exactly.
Think
now,
alike.
Flak 41 is kind of sitting here, lying in wait. He knows that there's a Sod, he knows there's a couple Fireflies and Achilles around, but he can't quite get vision on any one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he's waiting. He's waiting. He's just sitting in defilade there. Ooh, actually down to the south. They're going after the Achilles. They're trying to rush.
Push.
They're trying to mask so that way they can get that Tiger some chance to fight for himself here.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the Kursk, so to speak, of Herr Robert. He's got the airplanes going, he's got the tanks all lined up, but really managed to succeed with his Operation Citadel, although the Soviet minefield, which there aren't even any mines in this game, be enough to stop him.
For some reason, the 6-pounder said, I'm going to shoot at the more heavily armed target. Not sure I agree on that one.
Oh, auto-targeting.
There's 2 Tigers down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's his only Tigers that he has. If he loses them, he has no more heavy tanks. But at 8 minutes left, it ain't gonna matter.
Well, there's a Sexton who's just trying to barrage everything back down and kind of keep things under control. But that's a big ask, too.
That Flak 88 is chugging along the airfield. If he moves any faster, he might take flight.
Ha! He's not Avanti-ing.
Nope. We've got the Achilles hiding down south, and the Achilles and the Firefly repositioning to try to snipe his Tigers.
I don't think it's going to happen. Between the Flak 88 and the 2 Tigers. Yeah, Flak 88, actually, Flak 88 has got sight lines. Oh no, it's got to the Sod and the other Firefly. Interesting.
The Flak 88 has too much like morale damage to really be useful. This is really gonna all hinge down to his like Tiger on Achilles / Firefly fight. Gonna get close.
Killing close. Strook to the north. I'm just trying to keep an eye on things elsewhere in that town fight. Yeah, I mean, It's weird. I really thought that the second defensive line we were seeing over here from Herr Robert after that initial kind of setback was going to get broken to pieces. But it's held really well.
Yeah, he pretty much just threw enough pioneers into the equation to solve the issue, I find.
Ooh, okay. Tiger is engaging. We have a shooter wounded.
Come on, Tiga. Or Firefly.
But Tiga's getting other targets. Okay, player's playing this perfectly. One of his units takes some crit damage. What does he do? He throws another one in there to kind of encourage the auto aim to go someplace else.
Good call. At the same time, those Tigers are outnumbered, and those guns are packing. They've more better guns than the Tiger. But here we go. Rocket run, perfect strike, exactly what Robert needs, but bounces on the Tiger.
Well, the Tempest can come on in and cause just as much hassle, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But the Tempest is going to get chased off by the Focke-Wulf, excuse me. And both Tigers are engaged in those tank destroyers. There goes the Achilles.
Oh. Yeah, the one problem with the Achilles compared to the Firefly is that he gets stressed out more easier when it's getting shot at. So as we saw, yeah, the Achilles just couldn't stomach the fight as much, and that definitely killed.
Worth to note, by the way, the P4 in the south does go down.
Yeah, the Achilles in a really lovely spot behind that hangar, just waiting for his time to pop out and load some German armor.
The unfortunate thing, actually, for the German armor is that you have to redeploy a little bit further north to start to engage that Cromwell to the west. Yeah. That Cromwell's in a great spot.
Oh, the Tiger knocks out the... There's 5 minutes left. If Robert pushes now, which he has to, he could win this match. Maybe.
Yeah, he could, but he's got to move now.
I mean, now he's knocked out 2 17-pounder tanks. I mean, there's going to be more coming out because it's goddamn guards armored, but he has to push now. Like, the seconds are ticking. Every second really counts.
Checking down to the south for a second. Nope, Tiger's just redeploying ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm. Got another Panzer IV off map coming in down south as well.
And a mortar half track to the north, yep.
I'm really quite surprised. That was really good engagement for Herr Robert. It was Achilles and Fireflies. They kind of fought him a bit like individually, like one-on-one. Really just need to get all the Achilles and Fireflies to engage at one time. That was just good position Robert managed to do to try to negate such a scenario.
But there's still so much machine gun fire. Good lord.
Yeah.
And the pinned down squads of infantry slowly get taken on out one by one. That's probably something that could have been done a little bit better, is that the German infantry could have been protected a smidge more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely been thrown. It definitely feels like he's just been throwing them into that town, hoping for the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Meanwhile, we have another ME-109 to the south. Are we going to see any kind of run? No, we're not. And I don't think the Tigers are going to move.
Which is, that's not good. I mean, even if they were to move up and they all got killed, at least they would have done something.
And something effective? Maybe not so much. But yeah, the idea is there, at least.
But, you know, only like 5 minutes left in the match. The lives of units just become worthless, really. You just throw them in and hope for the best.
Death is statistic kind of idea?
Yeah, death is just a KD ratio at the end of 40 minutes.
Meanwhile, P4 with a driver wounded takes out the Sherman with its everything wounded. So well done there, but that's just, unfortunately, the German war machine is just kind of ground to a halt.
Yeah.
I don't think that's because they've run out of petro.
No, they definitely do have a bit of fuel left. But it's just a shame not seeing that southern post like fully developed.
And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. We had a minor bit of a hiccup there. Sorry about the nice little fade going through mine. But we're back with, well, really?
Same thing.
Exactly,
you know?
the same thing. And the beginning of a rather nifty little push up here to the north as the Germans completely ignore the big cats to the south and say to themselves instead, you know what? I want to live the Stug life.
Oh, they're living the stag life for sure, but will they manage to live through the stag life? Because that's Sherman's, yeah, and he has pretty good shots. The second stock's coming around. Gonna be risky. Sherman's gonna get first shot, and he completely misses.
Yes, but, you know, Ryan, watch this.
Whoa!
Booyaka shot!
2-star stocks, you don't mess around.
No. No, you do not. In the meantime, of course, that little Crusader backs up a little bit more. I want to call it a Centaur, but that's not even close to what the heck that thing's supposed to be. And this infantry is going to fall to pieces. Unfortunately, if you're not here 6 minutes ago, this push doesn't matter at all.
No, because it's too late. It's too late. It's only a minute left, and I mean, it's going nicely. It's just bit too late. Bit too late. There's like 2 Shermans being brought up north, so it's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, for the Shermans. However, one Sherman does go and take a nice little side shot and takes out that Stug. As a half-track goes down to something else. Haven't figured out exactly what that is. I don't think it was the infantry. And the P1 actually goes down as well, so that poor little sucker does buy the farm. Our tracks and wheels damage. Even with the tracks and wheels damage, that little plucky Crusader says, you know what, I'm going to continue firing my worthless little pansy-ass 40mm cannon. But then again, that guy's name is Asriel, so you know what, he's the Angel of Vengeance right there, my friend.
There we go. And do you manage to stress out those fucker-offs to fuck off?
And... ooh, ammo storage hit from a long-distance Biot. Another one comes right back out.
Oh, gets the kill.
And that's the ballgame.
That's the northern coast. We are seeing the Tigers move a little bit down south, but it's way too late. Like, the war's pretty much ended at this point.
Well, one of them does get tracks and wheels damaged. You might get one more shot off before the end of the days. Kind of nice to see him get one more kill. Hey! Fallback transmission damage. Okay, so...
that's good enough.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose so. So Carpiquet, despite the fact that we had cavalry divisions a little bit more static than we might have expected over here. I would have expected to see a lot more push along that southern flank. That did not happen.
Nope.
But regardless, still fairly consistent kill death.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. And looking at the kills, nothing really too crazy from guard. Losses,
no huge standouts actually.
No, not really. One half-track man's to knock out like
never mind.
6-pounder. Oh.
P4, the P4 down to the south. OP Sherman, second Sherman, several half tracks, universal carrier, decent job.
Pretty good. That's pretty damn good. And player really did a lovely job holding that town. Like he turned that thing into an absolute German, like, meat grinder.
Yes, he did.
And he held out really well, and did the guard armored thing, got lots of tanks, and Herr just didn't manage to exploit. Southern push, that's so annoying. Saying, like, I really wanted to see those Tigers push up more. It's killing me to see them just sit around and do nothing. But overall, like, that was pretty good play from both sides.
Well, and you know what? Player just wanted a little bit of revenge since the last time he and Herr Robert met didn't go particularly well for him. And he got it. I mean, the guards took the 9th Panzer, not to school, but they definitely took their lunch money. Yeah.
And ran off.
Yeah.
Successfully.
Yeah, which seems kind of ungentlemanly when you consider that everybody in the guards is like a peer. But in any case, folks, that's going to do it for us for our coverage of Steel Division this week. We get closer and closer to that open beta, and I'm super excited for that. Actually, I'm super excited for the game to drop as well. But, Ray, any final pearls of wisdom from you?
None whatsoever.
Well, guys, give us a little more time, a little more heat, a little more pressure, and I imagine next time he'll definitely wow you with a real gem.
I'll just open up.
Exactly. Maybe happy as a clam. But for right now, folks, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangaroo. Take it easy.